yeah, I'm out on Eastbourne Seafront. I'm just going to swivel this way so you can see me. So I'm out on Eastbourne Seafront. I'm going to be shooting one of the hotels behind me. Just going to run you through what happens in a hyperlapse. Right, for starters, you're going to need a sturdy tripod or monopod. I don't have a monopod, so I use this tripod literally like that as a monopod. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this building here, and my path is going to be around here. When you get to your location, make sure you actually look out where you're going to go to make sure there isn't, say, like a bus stop in the way, which has happened to me before, where a bus has stopped right in front of me, which sort of kills it off. You can do this all without this sort of kit, but this helps. This is called an intervalometer. What you can do with it, you can use it as a remote shutter so that you don't get like the tiny little vibration you get with pressing a button, but also it can you can set a time difference between each shot, a gap. So I usually shoot 5-6 seconds between, because this allows me enough time to, after you take the shot, move the camera, get it realigned, take the next shot, move the camera, get it realigned. This is currently flashing battery at me, so that's not good. So this thing goes into the side here. I'm shooting on a 700D with a kit 18 to 55 lens, just in case you don't know. I'll be shooting at 18. Come on, focus. I'll be shooting at 18 the whole time, and my focus will be somewhere around there. You don't get these marks on the lens, I drew them on, just that I know where it's focused without looking through the viewfinder or whatever. First things first, get your settings about right. So you want to get, at the moment it's quite bright, so I want my brightest settings available in case it goes into shadow. I want a faster shutter speed for this because I'm holding it on a monopod and it might wobble. Right, so there's little guidelines on the screen. What you want to do is you want to line up one particular point with one guideline or cross section in the guidelines. Don't know how well you can see this. Probably not very well, because I'm struggling with this. It's too much glare. Taken one of the guidelines and lined it up with the top of the roof. So I have this top of the roof and I've got a guideline cross right through it, so I can keep that point. I want to keep that line at the same place every time I move around the object. You want to make sure everything's in focus, make sure everything's got the right light, do a final check, and then you want to start taking pictures. This is where you look slightly funny. Here we go. So when you're ready, you start on that, and then takes a picture, you move along a bit, line it up, take a picture, move along a bit. One other thing that I didn't mention, you want to when you move the camera each time, you want to move it a consistent amount each time to prevent it jumping. So say like the width of your foot each time. So when you move it, you move the tripod from there, then you move it to there, take the shot, then you move it to there, take the shot, move it from there. You've also got to make sure that you have enough room to take enough photos. For this sort of thing, I'd recommend probably a minimum, absolute minimum of 150 to get a really smooth, consistent, because at 30 frames a second, that is, what's that, 5 seconds of video, play it back at that speed. I would normally go for 50 or 60 frames a second, because it just looks a bit more smooth and fluent and nice. That's just my opinion of it. So I would normally shoot, for a decent one, probably 200 absolute minimum to around 500. I think my longest is around 480 or something. For a hyperlapse, that is. For a time lapse, I've done like 1,500.